Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm really happy to have you here. Today is the last day of the 12 days of Christmas DIY gift ideas series that I'm doing along with Rachel from this lovely little farmhouse. And so if you have not gone over to her channel and seen the DIY gifts that she did, be sure and do that. I have a link to her channel in my description below the video. So the DIY that I'm doing today is the easiest one that I've done yet. It's super easy. Anybody can do it. It's a gift from your kitchen, but there's no cooking involved. So it really is super easy. It is a Mexican dip spice mix. And so you just mix all of the spices up and you give it to, whomever you want to give it to. Just like that, and then they can use that to mix up a dip. And it's really quick and easy to mix the dip up too. So last weekend, I needed a really last minute quick dip made for a party, and I went ahead and mixed up some of this Mexican dip because I already had the spice mix made together. And we like it, but I really didn't know, how well all the people at the party would like it. Well, I was shocked because it was a huge hit. They all loved it, talked about how good it was, and somebody even licked the bowl that the dip was in at the end. So I would say that it passed the taste test with flying colors at that party. And so I feel pretty good about giving you this recipe, and I think that if you make it, you'll like it, and whomever you give it to will like it too. Before I get started, I want to remind you that we are doing a giveaway for in this video series. We're going to be giving away some of the gifts that we've made in these 12 days. Now, we're not going to send you like the food gifts, the toffee and things like that, because they would not ship really well. But the other gifts we're going to put together and send to one person. And the way you get your name into the drawing is you just share this video. So you share this video with your friends on your, Facebook or wherever, and then come back to the video here and comment and tell me where you shared it. And for every share that you do, you will get your name into the drawing, and we'll be drawing those names pretty soon, in the next day or two, since this is the last video in the series. So that's exciting. I can't wait to find out who wins, and we will be letting you know that in a video coming up soon. So I'm going to go ahead and get started now and show you exactly what spices are in the dip and how to put them all together and all that sort of thing. Okay, so let's get started mixing up these spices and making this dip. And so I just have a bowl that I'm gonna put them in, and I already have all of my different spices measured out to make it a little easier and quicker. And so what I have, I'm starting with a half of a cup of parsley. I'm gonna put that in first. And then I have a third of a cup of chili powder. It's gonna go in next. A third of a cup of minced onion. A fourth of a cup of dried chives. A fourth of a cup of ground cumin. And then 1.5 tablespoons of salt. And now I've got all of this in my bowl. Look how pretty those spices look. And what we're going to do is just mix these up really well. You also, I guess, could layer this in your jar that you're going to give it in, and that would be really pretty too. All right, so there it is. Wasn't that an easy thing to do? And then you can just, you know, I got a few different kind of jars here. Some small canning jars that you can put it in. You could do a pint jar, or you could do a really pretty decorative jar like this one. And then of course, if you want to do several jars, you can just make the recipe bigger, you know, do 2 or 3 of these recipes together and make it bigger for whatever size jar or how many jars of things you want to give as a gift. So that is the super easy recipe for the Mexican dip. All right, I'm going to try to put mine into this pretty decorative French canning jar. And I think this is a quart, so I don't think it's going to fill it all the way up. I would have needed to make 2 recipes to fill this jar up, but we'll see how it does. So I'm going to see if this will go through the funnel. I'm not sure whether it will or not, but we'll give it a try. It doesn't look like it's going to because of all of the big things. So all right, I'm going to use my cannon funnel because it's got a big hole there, but it might help me to not spill everything everywhere. So this one should work. Alright, so there it is, and it doesn't fill the jar up. I would definitely need to make more than 1 recipe. This looks like it would fill up a pint-sized jar like this pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use the spice mix to make up the dip. So what I have in this bowl is a mixture of 1/2 cup of sour cream and 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. Now the recipe, the full recipe calls for 1 cup of each, but since I don't really have a party or anything to be going to where I'm going to need to take more, I just did 1/2 of a recipe. So you can do that easily. You can do 1/2 of a recipe, you can do a whole recipe, or you can even double the recipe. So for the whole recipe, you would have 2 cups, 1 of each in this bowl, and you would add 3 tablespoons of your spice mix. Since I have a recipe here, I have 1 cup total, and I am going to add a tablespoon and 1/2. And so I'm just going to mix it. Those lighter ingredients tend to want to go to the top. So I'm going to do 1 tablespoon, and then I'm just going to eyeball 1/2 of a tablespoon. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then all you're going to do is mix this up really well. And you could make some substitutions to this. You can use low-fat sour cream and low-fat mayonnaise if you wanted to do that. I think you probably could also use maybe Greek yogurt. I haven't tried that, but it seems like it would work really well. And you might even be able to use dairy-free alternatives. We have some people in our family that are eating dairy-free now, and so it really makes me think about that a lot. And I know they do make dairy-free sour cream, so this might be able to be made dairy-free if you use those ingredients. So this is what the dip looks like when it's made. Now, this dip is a lot better if you mix it up and let it sit for several hours or even overnight before you serve it. It just gives all the spices time to blend together and taste really good. So you would serve this with your favorite chips or vegetables or anything like that. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you'll give this recipe a try. You can find the recipe on my blog. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. And also I have a gift tag there, a printable gift tag that you can get for free that you can include with your spice mix if you give it to somebody. And it has on it how to mix up the actual dip, so they'll know what the proportions are they need to use and all that sort of thing. So that link will be in the description box also, and you can go over there and grab that if you're going to use this as a gift. Thank you for watching our videos this past 12 days. We really appreciate it. If you missed any of them, we both have a playlist on our channels, and you can go and watch that playlist, and then you can see all 12 of the videos all together. And like I said, if you haven't been watching Rachel's videos, be sure and go over to this lovely little farmhouse and watch hers also, because she has some really good ones too. And we appreciate everybody who's watched our videos. We appreciate the people who've shared, and we just hope that maybe this series has been a blessing to you, and that you will be able to use some of these gifts for your families and friends this year. Make your Christmas shopping a little bit easier. So if you liked this video, be sure and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I really appreciate all of you who watch my videos and subscribe. And I hope to see you back again next week.